I know you're gonna dig this.
They go to second for one, and now they get the man trapped at third and taken out. And second and two, handoff goes to McCaffrey up the middle, finds a little room, lot more room, and he's off to the races.
Welcome to the In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. You're listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show with your host, Kate Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart, and your host, Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also co-hosting Murray E. Baskerville from Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. These are your hosts, bringing you the ultimate in sports news for the ultimate sports fan. Be sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now sit back and prepare to get into another episode of the Just Us Sports Talk Show.
I know you're gonna dig this.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, I hate to be this late doing a show, but some things have come about that cause me not to be on the air on time. Somebody said,
This call may be recorded or transcribed.
Somebody said, let's go Denver. Who is the Let's Go Denver guy? Oh, Steve, man, stop it, man. Stop it. They just feel sorry for you guys. They feel sorry for y'all. They feel sorry for y'all. They feel sorry for you guys. They feel sorry for you guys. That's all it is. Sixers versus Lakers for the chip. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all starting off. You starting off wrong already. Yo, so I'm on late tonight because, as you guys know, I coach girls basketball. But we had one of the coaches left the program, so I'm coaching the JV girls. It'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun coaching, but it messes up my time frame. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do my shows on Mondays now. But it's okay, even if it has to be a late show or another show after this one. I'll figure it out. Stop it! Stop. Look, I can't even get my intro on because he got all this nonsense coming on the page here. As I was saying though, I'm coaching the JV girls in my high school now, so that's why I'm on this late tonight. Hopefully next week I have a better time for you guys. It may not be Monday, but it will be 6 to 8 again, or 6:30 to 8. However, we're gonna get it. But as you guys already know, that once the playoffs start, I go back 7 to 9. You know, and we're gonna handle business that way. But I'm glad Steve is on the air. I mean, he's popping off. You know, he's writing all this stuff down. You know, let me go back and say, let's go Denver. So let's do this right now. Let's get this out the way right now because he is on his high horse with the Denver Broncos, who's probably had. I mean, they beat my Browns. Okay, they beat my Browns. We didn't have a quarterback at the time. Actually, they hurt my quarterback, and that's why he got fined. But let's look at the Denver Broncos real quick, because he's talking the trash about them being 1-5, and now they're 7-6. So where they at? Kansas City's 8-5. So let's take a look at Kansas City's schedule going forward here. The Patriots, the Raiders, the Bengals, the Chargers, all winnable games. 12-7, 12-5. I don't see them losing another game. Chargers they're pretty much done for. If they lose to the Patriots, somebody need to go on and just leave it alone. So they're 8-4, 8-5 right now. So if the Chiefs go to Patriots, that's a win. Raiders should be a win. The Bengals should be a win. Chargers, all those should be a win. 12-5, man. They may not get the number 1 seed. They may not get the number 1 seed, but there should be in the playoffs at 12-5. So if we look at this schedule, okay, let's go back to we looked at this is Kansas City schedule. Let's go back and look at Denver Broncos schedule just real quick. Let's go look at Denver Broncos schedule. He on here talking garbage trash. Denver Broncos. Okay. Let's see. So you're at the Lions. Lions thinking up the place. I don't know what type of Lions we're gonna get with that game. Patriots, that should be a win. Chargers, that's in Denver. That should be okay. So you 7-6 right now, right? So give you another win. Let's give you a win for the Patriots. That's 8-6. Chargers, I don't know about the Chargers game. Chargers got save face, or maybe they just done for. Okay, so let's give them 9-6. Okay. Raiders 10-6. I think you lose to the Lions. So that makes you 10-7. That's a great comeback. Coach looking at coach of the year. Coach, he could be coach of the year, right? So it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Defense is playing really good defense. The good thing is they got two out of the they got 2 home games and they got 2 on the road. The Raiders are pretty much tanked it in. So let's say they give you a 10-6, right, Steve? So let's look at the standings right now. So playoffs looking like okay. So right now you guys are in 9th. You got Pittsburgh, the Colts, Houston in front of you right now at 7-6. They got all the tiebreakers. Okay. So that means so let's go to Denver. It says it says win tiebreaker over Cincinnati based on the best win percentage in the conference games. Win tiebreaker over Buffalo based on head-to-head sweep. So Denver's 7-6. The winning percentage is .538. They're 2-2 in the division, and they're 4-5 outside the conference. The strength of schedule is 503, which is mediocre. And it says, I don't know strength of victory. Okay, strength of victory is 511, which is one of the highest ones. Well, no, you got the Browns' strength of victory is 544. Pittsburgh is 517. So even at 10-6, if things are paying out like it is right now, you're not getting in. So you got to win. You got to win out. You need some luck. No, you don't. There's no tiebreaker with the Browns because the Browns are 8-5. So there's no tiebreaker. Okay, even though you beat us, there's no tiebreaker. So you have. We just killed them. Let me see what you got. We're in the playoffs. Love you, fam. We just gotta win all. We just gotta win all. We just gotta win. Y'all gonna lose. So let's look at your schedule and look at the Browns schedule. The Browns have the Bears at home. Should be a win. They got the Texans if the quarterback don't play, we should win. We got the Jets and the Bengals. Bro, that looks like 12 and 5. That look like 12 and 5 record to me. What you thinking? Cuz we're looking at 12 and 5. What you looking at? 12-5, you end up 10-7. You might be outside looking in. Now, this is the key, bro. This is the key. Okay. Let's go back and look at the Steelers. The Steelers in turmoil right now. They're in turmoil. So let's go back and look at where we at here. Let's go back and look at the standings real quick again. Okay. So if the playoffs were to start right now, you're not getting in. 12-5. Who else on the Browns schedule are they gonna lose to? Go look at the schedule and tell me who they're gonna lose to. I want to know. I just want to know. That defense is ready. Let me see here. So you got Pittsburgh in front of them. If you go to playoff, you have Pittsburgh in front of them. You got the coach in the Houston Texans. So the Houston Texans, they have everybody got it almost went out. So let's look at Pittsburgh's schedule. And for y'all, if they don't win out, y'all get in. They got the Colts, the Bengals, Seahawks, and the Ravens. Pittsburgh's not getting in. Okay, so that might slide you in that spot right there. I ain't gonna look at nothing else. I ain't gonna look at nothing else. I'm gonna leave it at that right there. I'm gonna leave it at that right there. But you left, so now our conversation is over with. He said 12-5. Stop it. Schedule. Packers is up 7-0 on the Giants, and the Miami Dolphins 7-0 up on the Tennessee Titans. If you're not a fan of the Miami Dolphins or a fan of the Green Bay Packers, you're probably not watching that game because it kind of a little boring right now, a little boring. But anyway, let me get back on track to what I wanted to talk about. As a Dodger fan, I'm happy today. Okay. At first, I thought I heard that Ohtani had signed with Toronto earlier that evening before I went to bed. Okay. So I wasn't too thrilled to hear about him going there. And I ain't got nothing wrong with I ain't mad at Toronto. I wouldn't be throwing shade at nobody about if he went to Toronto like I'm getting like the Dodgers getting shade thrown at them for Ohtani. I'm hearing that he's a lemon. He's not going to do nothing in the National League. He's this, he's that. The man just won 2 MVPs back to back as a pitcher. Now he's just going to be, he's coming here right now to hit the ball. Okay. And eventually he probably will get back to pitching. I understand that. Some people saying that all the money they gave him was not worth the money. And I'm not in nobody's pocket. But if you want to give me $700 million to play baseball, I'm going to take it. No ifs, ands, or dollars about it. I'm taking it. Dodgers is a team that he wanted to go to. And going back, doing last year during free agency, there was talk about him going. He already had plans to go to the Dodgers anyway. I hope there's no tampering going on with this situation because I kept reading about him maybe going to the Dodgers. I know the Yankees was a team because he liked the one pitcher from the Yankees, okay, and I thought maybe they had a chance, right? The Yankees ain't about spending no money like that no more. I don't think. We might be able to get Mo on the line. I think he's looking to hop in. Hopefully he hops in with me. But see what happened here is he deferred $680 million in the deal with the Dodgers, sources says. So if he did that, that's a key piece to. Is that Matthews on the line?
Yep.
Oh, thanks for joining in, brother. That's a plus for the Dodgers, right? So that allows the Dodgers to add more pieces. Somebody said something about the Steelers or something. I don't know. Nah, you said my Steelers are out. Yeah, the Steelers are out. They're out. O-U-T out. That was Murray. Hopefully, I just sent him the link to come on the show, so hopefully he can come on. So Ohtani, he deferred 68 million of his annual 70 million. Sources familiar with the deal said Monday. Significantly, he said, keep on talking. I am going to keep on talking, baby. Significantly lower the new team's payroll and potential tax burden. Ohtani agreed to a 10 years, $700 million contract with the Dodgers on Saturday, by far the richest in the history of North American professional sports. As a source said that the majority of the contract would come in deferred money under the structure. However, Ohtani is deferring more than 97% of his earnings. The deferred money totals $680 million, so he will pay. So he will be paid. Will pay to Ohtani between 2034 and 2043. Sources say. The deferral was Ohtani's idea. Sources close to the situation said, motivated largely the thought of helping the Dodgers sign other players and made it easier for his massive off the field earnings. So basically, what he did is he's looking at commercializing himself. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. We got my boy. I can't believe he wore this. I cannot believe he got this shirt on. After this debacle this weekend, he wears this shirt.
Hey, bro. We in this for real.
You've been better off putting a Yankee shirt on the day after they're getting Juan Soto.
You really a Ravens fan now?
Who?
I heard you talk about Flacco. You got a quarterback.
Huh? I didn't say about Flacco.
You did. You said we finally got a quarterback.
I said no. I was talking to my cousin. He's talking about that when we lost to Denver. I said we didn't have a quarterback.
Oh, so now you got a quarterback.
I think we have a quarterback.
Exactly.
Flacco. That can be dependable. That makes plays,
Ravens
smart
fan.
plays.
Ravens fan.
And he was one interception away from beating the Rams. But anyway, getting back to Ohtani. So I'm like, I just got to get y'all guys feeling on this, because we ain't talked about this, not a lot, but we talked about this during the season, what we thought was going to happen with him, where he's going to end up going. And like I said before, I felt like he was going to end up going to the Yankees because of the Japanese pitcher that he liked in New York. But then the weather became a factor as well, from what I'm hearing. But again, I heard a year ago, there was an article written out a year ago. I mean, it was recently, but it was talked about a year ago that he had already made a decision that he was going to the Dodgers no matter what. And the only thing the Blue Jays did was just put some icing on top of they put icing in between the layers of the cake, but they didn't put the icing on top of it, because when I first heard about it, I thought he signed with Toronto. And then come back the next day, I'm looking and it says he signed with the Dodgers. So now I'm kind of curious, did he really have pen to paper for Toronto? And did the Dodgers come back and say, yo, how much do you want? And he came back and said $700 million. He said, okay, where you want to sign at? So who I got Mo on the line with me. I got Lou on the line with me. Thanks for calling, Lou. I got Matthew on the line with me too. So I need to get you guys' opinion on that. So I'm gonna go with Lou first. Do you think that there was a possibility that he was going to Toronto, or do you think that just was something that the agent brought up to make to raise the price for the Dodgers?
Yeah, saying, all on. So I think Toronto is trying to put a last name string in the camera's game. But his heart was with LA and going to the Dodgers. So that's how that worked. He was thinking that, after leaving the Angels, that he was going to stay in the LA area and go on the opposite side. So I think it was a big farce.
Okay, Matthew, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts for Tully is I wasn't surprised that he went to the Dodgers because in recent reports, the person that did his surgery is a physician of the Dodgers. And when I seen the report for Toronto, I didn't believe in it at first, and obviously I looked at the history and with that position, and I'm like, no, he's not going good to Toronto. And the reporter that made that report apologized.
Okay. Mo?
I knew he wasn't going to Toronto because he wasn't coming to the AAL East. If he was, he was coming to the Yankees. So I understand that the people who were bidding wanted to raise the price as much as they could on the Dodgers. So that's all it was. I think it was real because Toronto did say that they made a competitive offer that was close to what the Dodgers offered. But it did seem like he wanted to stay on the West Coast. So I don't think it was anything to really do. The Yankees got out of it because he said he didn't want to come here.
He said he didn't want to play for the Yankees. He came out and said that.
We were out early. So the only reason we are out is because he said he wanted to come to the Yankees. And I'm not saying he said it, but I'm saying that's the only reason we were out like 2 weeks beforehand. Why would we pull out? It ain't money.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. What's your thoughts on the Yankees getting Juan Soto? You cool with that? Is that going to be
very cool with that?
So now let me ask you a question. If Juan, do you guys think that Juan Soto was a head case in San Diego, or was it just a chemistry thing that just didn't work with him and the other players that was there? Because I'm gonna say this to you, Juan Soto reminds me so much of UCO Prig in the way he plays the game, how he plays the game at a higher level. I've seen him get a walk and he runs to first base. He don't jog, he runs to first base. I love that in him because that's what we're missing in baseball is those guys that want to go out and play the game like the game's supposed to be played. You know, I don't know where Juan Soto's from. I don't know if he's from the DR or he's from Puerto Rico, whatever. But it seems like when them guys come here, they come at a high level, and then other players like, yo, man, can you slow down? You're making all of us look bad. And my thing is, like, I had somebody say to me one day, you take your job too serious. I said, you don't take your job serious enough. Since then, our working relationship has not been the same. It has never been the same. You know what I'm saying? Because spending 27 years in the military, I have structure. I try to have structure in everything I do. And everything I do, I have a reason. But if you don't ask me why I did what I did, then you're never going to know. But if my job is to keep all my schools safe, that's what I'm going to do. You may not like how it get done, but you ain't got to worry about nobody breaking into your school and attacking any of your students. That's just my thought. That's my thought piece. But I think the situation with Juan Soto was they got a new manager, so I thought maybe he was going to stay, right? But they end up trading him. Right. So do you think they can get him in New York and they can calm him down to be the player they need him to be with the bat? New York is high speed, but it's low speed compared to being out in California. You know what I'm saying? So, right. Lou, you're a Yankee fan. Tell me what's your thoughts on Soto going to the Yankees?
I was thrilled we're gonna get a good player here. I think, it's what we need because, we're missing like players in outfield certain positions last year. And of course, with getting we did this high last year. I think it's around the field. I think it's get our morale back, and get the image. So I think it's a great thing for the Yankees to make. I can't wait for them.
Matthew, what's your thought?
I don't think it was a good fit for San Diego.
Okay, Matthew.
I feel like the Yankees did a very great job here because I do agree what you mentioned with chemistry. Because I believe that's something that the Padres need to worry about, which probably got Soto into thinking maybe I can do better in New York because the chemistry might be a positive thing to myself to them.
Okay. Mo.
You put him in front of Aaron Judge. Nasty. You put him behind Aaron Judge. Nasty. All I'm saying is those two together are going to be amazing. If Stanton stays healthy, if Rizzo stays healthy, that could be a crazy 4 back-to-back.
I haven't looked at the odds yet. I really didn't get no information at all today on anything. So next show, we're probably gonna talk about the odds of who is going to win. Who Vegas got the odds of winning the World Series. Next up is Cody Bellinger. He's the next guy in line to get a nice little paycheck. Anybody got any thoughts on where he may end up going? I have a few places that I think he might end up going. I think in the All in America League team. I don't see him staying in the National League either. I think he might move out to the American League. Lou, you got any thoughts on where Bellinger can go?
No, I think we can roll take you down.
Mo, what you got?
I think the Cubs. I think it makes perfect sense. They need a bat. He needs a place where he can actually be comfortable. I think that's what they do. Keep him there.
Okay. And I'm just thinking to myself. Now I'm really thinking about this. I think there's one team in the National League that he will go to, just to piss the Dodgers off.
They need the Giants.
Matthew, where do you think Cody Bellinger could end up going?
Based off looking off the payroll list, I'm going to throw a curveball here. I can go to the Rangers.
Ooh.
Because the Rangers do have some cap there.
Yes, they do.
Based on the payroll list.
Him and what's the name? Our team made up again. Corey Seager. Because he's with the Dodgers too.
Still hurts you that he wanted wearing this shit, doesn't it?
No, not really. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I think they got. This is what I think the Dodgers did wrong. They believe more in Jock Peterson than they did in Corey Seager, and the problem with Corey Seager was he never could stay healthy when he was with the Dodgers. I don't think Corey Seager played 90 games the whole time he was there. The whole time he was there, I don't think he played at least 90 games. And I believe they gave up on it too soon. I would have got rid of Jock Peterson before I got rid of Cody Bellinger. Corey Seager. So, yeah. Mo, where do you think that Cody Bellinger going to end up going?
I said the Cubs, but I think the Giants are really in the bidding. I still think the Cubs.
Yeah. I think he ends up with the Giants just because he can get back at the Dodgers right now. That would be a slap in the face for the Dodgers. Now, I'm gonna say this though. If he's looking for a big payday, then it probably would be the Giants or it would be the Boston Red Sox. I wouldn't put it out of a realm that the Dodgers may sit down and talk to him. I wouldn't put it out of the realm, I think. I don't know. We will see. All right, so let's get to this in-season tournament that we had. So let me ask you guys a question. Are y'all more mad that the Lakers won, or are you upset that it didn't have the feel that it needed to have in order for it to succeed? I think it succeeded before we even got to the championship game. I think the games leading up to it, the Final Four, like the Pacers game against the Celtics, that was a great game. It gave me an atmosphere. That gave me an atmosphere of college basketball because everybody was jumping up and down. Because it's only one game, right? So I got that feeling. Rest of the games I got that feeling. But my thing is, why every time LeBron is in something, there's always got to be some damn controversy. always got to be some controversy. Now they played the Pelicans, who was last in defense in the NBA in the playing game. I mean, in the playoff game. LeBron was gonna have a field day against that game. The game against Pacers, the more experienced team won. Okay, the team that had the most experience, because if you look at it, you had only person that got a title on the Pacers is Brown. You look at the Lakers, how the Lakers team was built. They was built to win. They'll be built to beat that team. They was built to beat that team. And Street Clothes finally came and played a game. But now, the only issue I have, you all the way up here now, and now you got to come back down, and then you got to play the rest of the games. I don't know if this in-season tournament is going to be that good. Now, money-wise, guys got paid, right? But why don't they make this game for the number one seed, to get the number one seed in the NBA? Why don't they do that? Why don't they get the team? I've been asking for this for the longest time, man. I've been asking for it.
That question.
Go ahead, Matthew.
So at the end of the season, when after they did this tournament idea, they came up with a new law for players resting, where you can only rest if you really need to. Like if you're just resting because you don't want to play, like you're 100% healthy and you don't want to play, you get like a warning the first time. And then it builds up the fines, which could be small at first, but could build up to more, heavier, or even a heavy suspension if you want to stay out for like the rest of that. Like, let's say the Lakers got the first seed, but let's say LeBron and AD want to sit out for 30 games.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
that ain't going to pass.
Yeah, what the players are saying is that, I think me and Mo talked about this before. What the players want is that if they win, they already get a seed in the playoffs. If you do that, then you can rest your players. Imagine if that's the Clippers. How often do you think you're gonna see Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden? You're not gonna see them a lot. So I don't. That part of it is that's probably never gonna happen. That's probably never gonna happen. You know, but I would love to see this in-season tournament be at the end of the season, and the prize is more money, and you get to pick the number one pick in the NBA draft for the teams that don't make the playoffs. That's the way I look at it. You still it brings an added flavor to it, and it's you playing for a reason. Now the issue might be, well, I got a guy who's gonna be a free agent this year. Okay. And he may not want to go out and play as hard as you want to play. And he leaves my team because he's going to leave my team anyway. Okay, that's fine. But if you win and that free agent leaves, now you got the number one pick. You can flip it, rub it around, twirl it up, make it 3 picks out of 1, whatever. You do whatever you want to do with it. If that player wants to leave your team, right? That's all I'm saying is that, to me, that you make that tournament at the end of the season, now it's great. You playing with who you got. If your team is beat up, then your team's beat up. That's bottom line. Now you know, because you look at the San Antonio Spurs. They didn't win what, 4 games, 5 games. Their record is horrendous right now. They're not that bad of a team. Trust and believe me, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. They have won 3 games. You're gonna sit and tell me that they telling us they lost 16 games in a row. You're gonna sit and tell us fans that the San Antonio Spurs are that bad that they can't win games and that they're not tanking again? If you think they're not tanking, something's wrong here. But anyway, I'll get to that later. So, Lou, what do you think? What do you think about the in-season tournament? And is there anything that you would add or take away from it?
Well, I was kind of skeptic about it because I didn't think this was really meaningful. You're not looking for a championship. I mean, you know, it's kind of like NIT, you know, it's so great you win, but, you know, it's all overhyped. I'm glad the Lakers won. I mean, you know, LeBron just has a big ego problem. So he's always getting a controversy, but that's just the guy who he is. I wouldn't really change anything about it, you know. I mean, it is a good result. This thing will tell you how it's going to all play out. Because you figure, well, it's still like there's you know, we're just trying to prove here. But I guess it's why they did it. You know, doing more regular season stuff. I was just thinking for like, how could this be? I mean, did you just feel like the championship? I kind of think I think it's just a little more exciting, especially the California games because very much one of them, the other was not. And it's going to be a very good effort.
And also the problem I had too is I think that if you're going to do this, it can't be in Vegas every year because that was like a home game for the Lakers. Let's be real. That's a home game for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this though, whatever team has the best record in that playing tournament, they get to play that game at home.
Yeah,
it's simple as that. They should be able to play at home. Matthew, what's your thoughts on the in-season tournament, and what do you think could tweak it, or what would you take away from it?
Honestly, I thought it was very interesting. Something very different than normal. It took time to get used to the court design.
Yeah, the course ended up being terrible. God awful.
As we got closer to the end of the tournament, I could get used to the court. At the beginning of the tournament, they had so many designs on the court. I feel like you don't need all the designs to try and build up what the tournament is.
Okay.
And I believe that it's just there had the normal court, maybe a logo on the top and the bottom that says, "Hey, this is the tournament," or even in the middle, you could have like the logo that says this playing tournament.
Okay.
But other than that, it was very interesting. I actually did watch the full game with Indiana and LA.
Okay.
And looking at the box score, even though the Lakers didn't win, their bench, they only had one player score from the bench. And that was Austin Reeves with 28 points.
And you know what was weird though, because if that would have been a playoff game, a real playoff game, no LeBron and them wouldn't have played that many minutes. They just know it's one and done. Mo, what's your thoughts?
I like the format. It was different. One game in your you got 5 games, I guess, in your division. I wish it would have been division based. That's the only thing I think would have been better.
Okay. I agree with you on that.
So if you do that, then you're really against your division, which is who you play against most of the time. So it actually works out pretty well. But I love the way that they actually did it in Vegas because you took it out of the home courts. You also set up to get a franchise in Vegas when you expand. And they actually created people to watch the NBA now. Because most people don't usually watch it until after football is over. So they created a little bit of drama. Even though the Lakers won and they won another championship, it kind of felt like the bubble a little bit in that part.
Yeah. So is there anything that you would add to the game, or is there anything you would take away from the game?
Yeah, I would add more wild cards. I think it needs to be bigger. I think it was only 6 teams or something like that that made it. Or maybe it was just 4. I think it was maybe 8. Maybe it was 8. I think they should make it like 12.
It was 8. And they did say something about 7 questions that would define the future of the NBA in-season tournament. Let's look at these questions they have out here. Would a team ever get something for winning a tournament? They don't know. I don't get that question at all. Will the cash prize increase for players and coaches? What about those new court designs? They question that craziness. Will the NBA Cup name stick around? What did they name the cup? I don't know what they named the cup. They call it NBA Cup, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Will the groups look different moving forward? So. Okay, so and maybe like Mo said, there's a possibility they could change that around.
I got something for you.
What's that?
Allow some of the best international teams to join in. Like teams from France, teams from Italy.
Oh, so what about if the player the player that plays for a team in the United States can't play on that team?
No, I'm talking about have the team. Like the best team that won last year from those leagues can actually come in. Because think about it, those teams actually have U.S. players. That could also help you with building up those teams with having people actually go to those teams now too.
Right. It says, will the point differential tiebreaker stick around? Will the schedule look different? Now I'm gonna say this. I think the point differential is. I don't like that at all. I don't like that because watching the Celtics play the Bulls, and they was hacking Drummond to get the points they needed, the point spreads. I don't. That's what I don't like because I think
he should
say that again.
He should have taken him out.
Right, but my thing is I don't like because my thing is now you're jeopardizing players. You jeopardize your players in a game. They were getting blown out because in any other game they wouldn't even be in the game. And I'm saying if one of the
Celtics players,
yes. And so if one of them guys get hurt, now you're sitting there saying, "Wow, I did this for the NBA Cup." And the thing about it is, don't tell me the Boston didn't want to win that cup because if they didn't, that Chicago Bulls game wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered at all.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But having Porzingis out hurt them against Indiana.
Well, I think we all know that if Porzingis plays, they probably get to the finals with Porzingis. But again, I don't take that. I'm not taking that chance with my team, knowing that the bigger picture is the NBA title compared to the NBA Cup. Now, I think that in I would even go as far as saying this, right? Whoever wins the cup, if they make it back to next year, they play their game at home. They get to play at home. I don't like it. I'm not saying I don't like it being in Vegas, but if you're going to be in Vegas and you're a team from the West Coast, that's home court advantage, in my opinion. I'd rather just play in your stadium than play in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I get it that what they're trying to do with Vegas, they're trying to build a brand up. LeBron already said my team in Vegas. So, I mean, it's all script for him to get a team in Vegas. I mean, come on, just stop it with the nonsense when it comes to that metric. Yeah, he said, yeah, when my team in Vegas comes, I'm like, so you already got a team in Vegas? You already know that you're going to have a team in Vegas. If the team comes next year,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It won't be next year. It'll be like if they announce it, it'll be like 3 years.
It'll be like 3 years.
No, it's got to be sooner than that. It has to be sooner. It has to be sooner. It has.
Well, if you draft, you got to build a stadium. You got to do all that. You got to have. You got to pick the owners.
Vegas already has a stadium. Seattle already is getting a stadium. Now the thing about it is where in the East do you build a team? Where do you bring a team at? And that just brings us to our next question.
It's going to be 2 teams.
It's going to be 2 teams.
It's going to be Vegas.
You can't bring it.
Vegas and Seattle.
You can't bring you, but both those teams are going to be out west. So, are you bringing in 2 teams? Or you bringing in? So how do you? But that doesn't balance because now you got to bring 2 teams
back to the East.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
New Orleans.
I get what you're saying. I totally agree with what you're saying, but I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna bring. I think they're gonna bring in. I think they'll probably bring in 4 more teams, which will kind of
that would put it more than the NFL.
Well, the thing about it is unless you're gonna do 1 and 1, and then the next year you come back 1 and 1. So if you go Vegas, so what city deserves a team, Vegas or Seattle more?
No, you're gonna do both, Vegas and Seattle at the same time.
But then who you gonna put in the East?
New Orleans.
And who else?
You don't need to. You just need to put one.
You just need to put one.
Well, how you gonna need 2? You just added 2.
Yeah,
so you gotta add another team.
One goes to the west. Think about it. You add 2 teams. One will go to the west and one go to the east. So this you're moving one to the east and then put 2 north.
Right. So you still so the West still has 1 more team than the East, right?
No,
because you're adding 2 teams and you're taking 1 team away. So you added okay. So you're saying take the Pelicans, move them to the East Coast. I agree with that. Okay, that's 1 team. But you still adding 2 teams.
Right now it's 15-15, right?
It's 15-15, right?
Yeah. So that'd be 16, 17.
If you move the Pelicans,
right?
That makes 16-14.
That makes 16-14.
Then you add the 2. That makes it 16-16.
16-16.
It's 15-15 now.
Okay. I got it. So you move the Pelicans, that makes it 16.
16-14.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. Okay. Now, so okay, cause I'm looking right now. I'm trying to think out the top of my head. What city deserves a basketball team right now?
It's Seattle, and it's gonna be Seattle and Vegas. There's no choice.
It's no choice. And I get you. And the Pelicans will come to the East, okay? And they will probably put them in. Let me do this by league right now. No, conference. Let me go back to conference. No, division. I'm sorry, division.
They will put them in the Southeast.
So put them in the Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizards. Yeah. Why is the Wizards in the Southeast?
Who knows?
That makes no sense.
I mean, they are the most. The
So-
problem is the Atlantic. They had to have 5 teams.
Yeah, so maybe move Washington to the Atlantic, Toronto to the
But
South.
it's gonna be 6. It's gonna be 6 either way. It's gonna be 1 in each one.
It's
You
gonna
might
be
as well
one in
leave the
each
Wizards there.
Might as well leave the Wizards there.
But I get you. If you're moving that,
yeah,
because it's gonna be 6 and 2.
because it's gonna be 6 and 2.
Yeah,
Will it be 6 and 2?
That's-
Will it be 6 and 2 though?
You're
That's
just
good
moving one team.
You're just moving one team.
Yeah, you're just moving one team. It's gonna be 6 and
Moving
1.
one team. It's
You
gonna be
could
6
move the
and 1.
Wizards, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
think the Wizards. But
I mean
think
they were a good
they were
rival all the time in the
They-
Celtics.
but they was in Atlantic before, and they kicked them out and put Toronto in there.
Yes, they did.
So if you take Toronto, move Toronto to the South, to put Toronto in the Central, that makes better sense.
Toronto's
If you put
back.
Washington and just put
They're not South.
Yeah, but but if you look at Toronto, look, you got Milwaukee, the Pacers, Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit. They're all in that area, right? Toronto may be over here. Yeah, Toronto may be here, but
it's above New
York.
It
makes more sense for New York. But it makes more sense to put Washington back there than Toronto.
You have to leave Washington there and just add. You just add what you call it. You just add New Orleans to the southeast.
But see that. But see, I agree with putting them in the southeast. I don't think Washington should be in the southeast.
You put Seattle in the northwest. And you put what you call it in the Pacific.
And I agree with that. I agree with putting Seattle where?
In the Pacific. That's where they always were.
Oh,
and then you probably put the Suns in the southwest.
Put the Suns, Phoenix Suns in the southwest. Okay.
It's in Arizona's right beside Texas.
And put the Pelican. I mean, put Vegas where?
Ooh. You could move Memphis. New Orleans and Memphis both should actually be moving. They should be in the East. Memphis is more east than New Orleans. I forgot about Memphis.
You mean Memphis to the north,
to the east,
to the
east,
to
the southeast. That's what Memphis is.
Oh, you mean move them over to the Atlantic? I mean, move them over to
east.
Oh,
yeah.
Memphis makes more sense than New Orleans. Only reason they were there is because of Vancouver.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I like that. I like this conversation right there. That makes a lot of sense right there. Makes a lot of sense. Where we at here?
But you're right. Seattle should be in the northwest.
Yeah, they should be.
With Portland.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the Northwest is. Why not? Yep.
But the thing about it is that if LeBron wants to play 2 more years, I think this team's going to be here before then. I'm not including this year. I'm including 2024 and 2025. I think they're coming sooner than what people expect. Because Seattle already has the stadium built, right? Vegas has their stadium built.
Yep.
So it's just they got to find the owners for the teams. Now the thing about it is he can't be part owner and be a player. So that's where a problem lies with LeBron. Because he already, It's a conflict of interest.
No, it's not.
Why ain't it?
Because if you're the owner of the team, you can play for the team.
No, I'm not saying. I don't think he's not going to be playing for the. He's not going to be playing for the team unless his son's there. If they draft the son, then he can move to the team.
That's why he's going on those 1-year contracts. It's not as much about what his son. It's about doing what Jordan didn't do. It's about owning the team and actually playing for it. Remember, Jordan had to give up his rights to the Wizards. To play for him, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I don't agree with that. I don't think you can be a player and own the team because you have too much say so.
No.
But they let LeBron. Hey, look, they let LeBron get away with anything else. Why not do this? Why not do this?
I don't see a problem with them. Brady was supposed to be a part owner of Tampa Bay.
Wait a minute, I thought he's part owner of the Raiders.
Now he is, but I'm saying, remember the deal was supposed to be a part owner of Miami. He's supposed to be going to Miami.
Right.
I don't see any problem with it.
I got looked at. I do see a problem with that because.
Also, don't forget LeBron is a part owner of the Red Sox are so.
Yeah, he definitely is. I don't get that one.
Yeah, I just see it like this. If I'm an owner of the team, why can't I play for it?
Because the thing about LeBron is, I think it has a lot to do with wanting to play with. Like we were talking about it today. Like we was in the chat room talking about LeBron against Michael Jordan. I said I I wish people stop comparing them to each other because you're looking at two different time frames that they play. What bothers me though is when you have somebody that is a freak of a LeBron James fan and never seen Michael Jordan play, or just don't like Michael Jordan. I don't like Michael Jordan and I don't like LeBron James, right? I don't like neither one. If they didn't wear green and white, I ain't like them. But I respect them. You know what I'm saying? But like I said to him, I said, when I said, the thing with LeBron James is that he's going to be better known for his longevity of how long he played in the NBA more than anything else. Because even though he got the scoring title, and people compare and say, well, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't come out of college, he could play 4 years. That doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. What matters is that the 3-point shot became prevalent during the time frame that LeBron James has played. So for every 1 point that Kareem has scored, LeBron shoots a 3. That's 2 for 1. So he's going to eventually catch him as long if he plays longer than the average person, he's going to catch him. So do you praise that or not? I mean, what you do say is like, I love the way LeBron James takes care of his body, the money he spends on making sure that his body is in shape. I can't knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? But if you play long enough, you're going to break records. Look at Peyton Manning. Look how long he played. Look at the records he broke. So if you play long enough, you're going to break records. And to me, when it comes to the NBA, it's all about winning titles. It's not no I in the word team. Okay? So anything you do is prevalent in you getting to the Hall of Fame. Okay? Some people might say, well, do you think that Big Shot Bob should be in the Hall of Fame? And I'm gonna say, yeah. He got 7 titles from 7 different teams, and he was prevalent in winning those titles. So yeah, he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. If he was just sitting on the bench chilling, like, oh, put me in the game, coach, and I'll shoot a shot, make it, that's a whole different story. But he was a reason why he's part of the reason why he got 7 rings, right? 7 rings. But he did that. He won titles, and he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. LeBron James, the only thing he's doing is stacking up his accolades to get into the Hall of Fame when he's finally done playing basketball. But again, if you want to compare him to Michael Jordan 6-0. Bottom line. Michael Jordan's best would have been 7. He would have been 7-1, because I think that if everything worked the way, if everything worked his way out like it should have, if he came in, I don't think if they play Houston back to back, they don't win one of some championships. Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry. I got to stop you here. This is the problem that I have with the LeBron and Michael Jordan thing right here. Nobody else won when Michael was playing. That's all it is. Everybody won rings on LeBron.
And I get that point, but I'm saying if Jordan doesn't take that time off and things happen the way it happened, and they got to play Houston Rockets, then he loses one of those championships.
He does not.
I gotta disagree, because
you think they're gonna beat Kukoc, Pippen, and Ed Robin? Dude, that was one of the best teams ever created.
But what I'm saying though is, who's gonna stop Akeem? Cartwright,
the same person that stopped Shaquille.
Who?
Rodman.
Man, please. He had Rodman's head so stronger. Man, Rodman, the footwork that Akeem Olajuwon had.
Who's gonna stop Michael?
I'm sorry.
Who's gonna stop Michael? It ain't gonna be Clyde.
But see, the thing about it is, I think they balanced. Now, I'm gonna say, no, hold. But let me say this. When he played against Portland, they battled each other, and Clyde was battling back and forth. They just didn't have the player personnel on Portland to beat Chicago. But you put him on that team,
right?
You put Clyde Drexler on that team with Akeem Olajuwon. Oh, that series is going down. That's a 7-game series. If history repeats itself, That's a 7-game series both ways. Now I think Jordan gets one. I think Akeem Olajuwon gets one. But people fail to realize how good Akeem Olajuwon was. Shaq said when he played against Akeem Olajuwon, he made him cry. He said, I went in the locker room and cried. I cried crocodile tears. He made me look so embarrassing with his footwork.
I'm gonna look up these rosters because I don't see it.
That's my whole thing because even the second year that Houston get to the playoffs, there was a 4th seed because you got to remember, I think Akeem Olajuwon got hurt that season and they came back and won. They ended up winning the title that second year in a row. The first year they played Detroit. I mean, they played New York. They beat New York. The second year they played. Who they played in the second year?
That team ain't winning. That team is starting Vernon Maxwell, Kenny Smith.
Okay, and you had who's the point guard for? Who's the point
Ron
guard
Harper
for?
at 6'6". Michael Jordan at 6'6". Scottie Pippen at 6'7".
But Ron Harper wasn't there to play defense.
All he did was play defense on that team. That was the best defensive team ever. That's why they were 73-9.
So okay, so you have Akeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson. Who's gonna watch Ralph?
Ralph wasn't on that team.
I'm sorry, you're right. He wasn't.
Robert Ory was on that team.
Oh, big shot, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. So, man, you can't make me believe that Jordan would not have beat them. He wouldn't have beat them back to back. I'm telling you, Akeem Olajuwon put them on his back and said, "Yo, let's ride this thing out."
I don't see
Let's ride this thing out. I don't see it. Ride this thing out. But getting back to the Jordan LeBron thing, right? Bill Russell was 11. He was 11-1 or 12-1 or whatever. He lost one championship, 12-1 or whatever. Okay.
11.
11-1. Okay. They say he didn't play against the guys that were barbershop guys, that were firemen. Back then, you had 2 occupations.
NBA won't play in much.
What's the dude's name? He's an announcer now that brought it up. The white dude.
Van Gundy?
No, he played with the Sixers, the shooting guard they had.
Bobby?
He's an announcer now. I can't think of his name now. Oh, shucks.
I don't know who you're talking
He's an announcer.
about.
Well, anyway, he's the one
Bobby
that brought
Cunningham?
Bobby Cunningham? No. He played recently with the Sixers. He's an announcer. He's an analyst. He's on white guy. I can see his face.
Oh, JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ Redick. He brought that up, right? He brought that up. And I'm like, back then they wouldn't get paid a lot of money unless you were Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain or Jerry West, somebody like that. You didn't have to play during the off season. But don't take away from their skill sets, because Bob Cousy was before his time, Wilt Chamberlain was before his time, Bill Russell was before his time, and Jerry West was before his time. Those guys were the greatest players that played the game during that time period. But don't take their credit away from what they did, because if you look at the height back then, they might have been a little bit taller than they are right now. The average height in the NBA right now is probably 6'6". It's like 6'6.5, and back then it was like 6'6.9 or something like that, right? But so I go with Bill Russell, then I gotta go with Jordan, right? At 6-0, and then it drops off at that point because, after that everybody's lost. They've lost in the championship game. But that's my whole thing, is that at the end of the day, it's about winning a championship. It's not about individual stats, because again, Lou and Matthew, I need you to tell me, if you're seeing a kid walk up on the podium with the commissioner in the NBA and says, I want to be a rebound champion, I want to lead the league in assists, I want to lead the league in steals, I want to be the MVP, I want to have the highest shooting percentage in 3-point line. I never heard that before. What I've heard is, I want to help my team win a champion. I wanted to help my team win a championship. That's
heard that before.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear, right? When it comes to NBA, that's what I hear. And along the way, you make accolades for yourself. And you should do that because that gets you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times it gets on my nerves when they try to, and the sad part about it is they always leave Kobe Bryant out of this conversation. They always leave Kobe Bryant out of this conversation. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because he can't be Michael.
Because he can't be Michael.
But the thing about it is, though, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm taking Kobe all over Michael and LeBron.
I ain't taking him over Michael. I'm taking him over LeBron. But I ain't taking him over Michael.
I'm taking him over Michael too, because you know why? Kobe, when I'm telling you why, Kobe earned my respect when they played us in that back when we lost to Orlando in the playoffs. We came back and played them in the playoffs. And we lost Perkins in Game 7. That whole series, I never saw Kobe Bryant smile at all. He never smirked at all. He's like, yo, we got a job to do. Let's get it done. Because he was remembering that 42 blowout back in Boston. He earned my respect right then and there. I said, you know what? That dude's cool with me. He's cool with me.
We beat him in 2008.
Right.
Michael
but they came back in 2000.
Was 6-0.
Huh? I'm not getting that. But I'm talking about their desire to be great. Kobe never wanted to lose. Michael might have lost and said, okay, whatever. But Kobe never wanted to lose.
What did Michael say okay if he lost?
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying in his demeanor when it comes to the game. Michael wasn't there are games Michael took off. I ain't never seen Kobe take a game off.
Right.
I'm just saying I never saw Kobe take a game off, no matter what. He gave you a show every time he got on the court. I'm not saying Michael didn't do it.
Yeah.
Mike never lost. He never lost in the finals.
Never lost in the finals.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying I'm picking him over both of them. But then if you want me to get technical about it, I'm picking the French Lick from Indiana over all of them for real.
Of course, there's no question.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep clutching. I'm going with Larry Bird in the clutch.
If it's one play, I got to pick. With the shot, taking the last shot, any game, it's Larry Bird.
But with Kobe and Jordan, with Kobe, LeBron, I got to go with Kobe. In LeBron and Jordan, it's just something about Kobe that stuck with me in that series that I respect him so much for that, because he didn't want to be the only Laker to never beat the Celtics, so he had to win that title, even though there was some slimy stuff in the fourth quarter where we didn't shoot not one free throw. I'm not even going to talk about that part of it. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave it alone. But that's why I respect Kobe so much. That's why I really respect him. Because
he ran out of gas.
That
was the start of the end of Doc. Doc showed right there.
No,
he wasn't the coach.
No, because I'll tell you what, if Perkins don't get hurt, they win. We win that series.
Of course, but he got hurt. He got hurt in Game 6, though. He got hurt in Game 7.
He didn't get hurt in Game 7.
No, he got hurt in Game 6. But the thing about it, how do you fix that quick in what, 1 day, 2 days? And you put Rasheed Wallace, who has a bad back.
Yeah, you don't play your guys all third quarter. Knowing you still got a fourth quarter. You gotta play your bench. He didn't play his bench.
But he went out there. He went with who he went with.
Yeah, and that's why we ran out of gas. We had nothing left.
I don't think we ran out of gas. I just think we didn't get enough free throw shots. That was
running out of gas. Guys couldn't make it over half court. He had to call timeouts every 2 minutes. Because everybody was exhausted.
If you when you playing for that type of money, I don't expect you to get exhausted. I expect you to be in shape.
Yeah, you got it.
Mo, I'm being honest, Mo. I'm being honest. But if you
that was the second worst coaching job I've ever seen. And the worst one is the Miami coach in college football this year who did just down the ball.
Go back, when you get a chance, go back and look at the stats on that. I guarantee you that the free throw shooting in the fourth quarter was terrible. I think we might have went to the free throw line 4 times in that fourth quarter, and they went to the line almost 16, 17 times just in the fourth quarter. Just in the fourth quarter.
79 to 83. 79 to 83. Paul Pierce played 45 minutes. Rasheed Wallace played 35 minutes. Ray Allen played 45 minutes. Rondo played 45 minutes. Garnett played 38 minutes. Big Baby played 20 minutes. Tony Allen, the best Kobe guard, played 5 minutes all game long.
That's because they found out he was leaving after that.
Doesn't matter. You won a championship. Brian Scalabrine played 51 seconds. Nate Robinson played 3 minutes. That's it.
What's your free throw shooting?
Man, I don't care about that stuff.
Look, no, I want you to look at it.
I'm pulling it up. Give me 1 second.
Pull it up. So Matthew, Seattle
15 to 17. Oh, good lord. 25 to 37 for the Lakers.
Say that again.
Hey.
What you say? What you say?
25-37. We shot 17 free throws.
How many they shoot?
They shot 37.
Almost 40 free throws. And how much did they win by?
Fourth quarter. They won by 4 points. I thought they won by 8. But they won the fourth quarter by 8. That's why we lost by 4. My boys were tired. They were exhausted.
Free throws. I don't care about being tired. The free throws was the thing that killed them. They was not Kobe. Every time I turn around, Kobe's going to the bench. Real quick before we move on to Kansas City Chiefs. Matthew, what do you think about Seattle yesterday? Do you think they still have a chance of getting in the playoffs?
The way I looked at yesterday's game and looking at the stats after the game, and the way that they played against San Francisco, they did better than they did the first time with the backup quarterback. Like if they played it the way that they did with San Francisco and solved their problems, I believe there is a shot, but it's only that 7th seed.
Okay.
Because currently, with our schedule, is
it should be done
next week.
They should be done in the division, right? Or they have Arizona.
No, we have one more division game.
Is that Arizona?
Yep, at Arizona.
Oh, that's a win. Yo,
so we host Philly at Tennessee, host Pittsburgh, and then at Arizona.
Oh, that Pittsburgh game gonna matter to somebody.
I believe we're going to lose against Philly unless the fans or the playbook is read very well. But I do see a three-game winning streak between Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and Arizona.
Yeah, I could beat all three of them teams. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. Yo, believe it or not, man, but there's only 2 teams eliminated from the playoffs: Carolina Panthers, New England Patriots.
Of course.
Tennessee Titans are 4-8. They're not eliminated yet.
They're winning right now.
And they're winning right now. 10-7.
There are those weird scenarios.
Oh, that's a catch. And Arizona Cardinals 3-10. They're not eliminated yet. How many games we got left? 5?
4.
Yeah. Division, of course.
You can't get in 7-10. I'm sorry. So I think teams will be eliminated again this year. I mean, this week coming up when they lose.
Yeah.
Lou, your Jets got a win with Wilson. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, they did. At least you guys did something right, but He's made some of these mistakes this year. He's got benched and whatnot. And I think he can't find a good quarterback. They can't find a good backup quarterback. I mean, Wilson, yeah, he did. There's anything so consistent that, it's just not up. Okay, he said it in game one and Rodgers was hurt, but for the most part, he's been, dismal at best.
Okay.
I'm glad he got the win, but he's got a lot more to prove. A lot more.
Mo, they calling for your boy Tomlin now. They fired the OC. Now Tomlin's on the hot seat. Could he be the first?
Unless he loses all the way out. If he loses all the way out, then he could be on.
Could he possibly be the first coach from Pittsburgh history to get fired?
He wouldn't be the first coach from Pittsburgh to get fired. There are a lot of coaches that got fired.
They didn't get fired. They just like
you talk about before Noel. We used to fire coaches every 2 years.
Yo, they was like they ain't fired. They was like, yo, I need you to move up. I need you to move up into player personnel.
We don't fire coaches.
Not before Noel.
Yeah, before Noel.
Before Noel, they used to fire coaches. All I'm saying is. Oh yeah. We fired a lot of coaches.
Okay, so then that's
we cut Johnny Unitas, man. That's the worst thing our franchise ever did. And he was from Pittsburgh.
So what's your take on Pittsburgh, man? Do you think? Well, can I take down? They're gonna make the playoffs. What? Actually, they're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Actually,
we're gonna beat Indianapolis. See, that's the problem. We play well against good teams. We suck versus terrible teams. Like the second time we played y'all.
So if Houston 8-5, that's what I gotta say.
We're in 8-5 when we played.
Well, we're 8-5 now.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh is number 6 right now. And they hold tiebreakers over a bunch of teams.
Yep, we even hold the tiebreaker over you.
No, don't say that.
We do, though. That's why we were first last week.
We're 8-5, right? Last week we had the same record. That's why
we hold the tiebreaker.
But right now we're 8-5. So there's no tiebreaker that needs to be.
If we get the same record,
it's not going to happen. The Browns should go on a 4-0. They should win the next 4 games.
The kiss of death.
They should win the next 4 games. Houston, if the quarterback's not playing, then they're probably going to be done for. Denver is the most surprising team right now. They're 7-6. They started out 1-4, 1-5. My man's looking at coach of the year. I don't think he's going to take it away from Houston because we expect Denver to be good. We didn't expect Houston to be this good. And I'm going to say this about the Browns. I don't know if they're going to keep Flacco or not, but if they don't, he needs to come back as a quarterback coach. He looks so smooth in the pocket, Mo. Look like he ain't lost a beat.
Who you talking about?
Look like he just surprised he want to be. Flacco.
Oh, so you're a Ravens fan now.
He looks
I'm
good.
telling you. You picked him up at the right time. He is the best playoff quarterback ever.
The problem, though, man, if he gets in the playoffs and they make some noise, now it's going to be a quarterback controversy because do you get rid of Flacco for Deshaun Watson? Or do you keep Flacco as the second quarterback and keep DTR as the backup? And but see, I don't know if they can afford to keep him as a backup because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. He might end up going back to the Jets because they're going to need a backup quarterback.
Ain't going back to the Jets.
I'm just saying they're going to need a backup.
Aaron Rodgers is coming.
They're going to need a backup.
Rodgers might play next week. Now they got a chance to play. I hope he does because I need him to play. I need Garrett Wilson to actually catch some balls.
Oh, he's not going to play. He's not playing. He's going to get on. They say he's going to get on the field and take it down and come out. He's not going to play.
If they still in it, he going to play. After winning last week, they got a chance.
Jets are not in it. They're 14th.
Doesn't matter. Still got.
They're so far out of it. They're so far out. They don't even have no tiebreakers for them. They have no tiebreakers. But they said if he
That's
plays,
a
he's going to get the
5
ball.
and 8. They're 2 games out.
They're 2 games out.
2 games out of what?
Out of the playoffs. They beat the team they got to win is this week.
But they got Vegas, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Denver, Houston, and the Colts and Pittsburgh in front of them. All them teams not going to lose.
Well, the Colts or the Steelers are going to lose this week.
Okay, so let's take a look at this.
Because we play each other.
So let's just humor Mo real quick. We're going to humor Mo. We're going to humor him for a second here. They're at the Dolphins. Do they win that game?
That's the game they got to win. That's why Aaron Rodgers comes back. If they win that game, they're going to beat the Commanders. Aaron Rodgers is healthy. They're going to beat the Browns. And then they're going to beat the Patriots. They can win their last 4 games if they beat Miami. I'm not joking. Aaron Rodgers makes. Have you seen their defense?
Yo, but listen to what you're saying. Aaron Rodgers is not going to play. He's not.
So why did they open back up his thing?
Because they said he'll come. Didn't you read it? They said he'll come out there, take one play and kneel it, and then he'll come out the game. He wants to be the first quarterback to ever have Achilles tendon that gets the opportunity to play in a real live game.
If they have a chance of making the playoffs,
Eagles trophy, they ain't gonna have a chance.
Okay.
They're not beating Miami in Miami. Even though Miami's struggling right now, they're not going to beat Miami.
It's beating Miami in Miami. And they don't have half the defense of what the Jets got.
That's because they want Kansas City to get that number 1 seed. That's deplored. That's all
It's about Kansas City. It's about Buffalo. It's about Baltimore.
Well, I'm just saying, but they don't want Baltimore or Miami to get number 1 seed because they know that Kansas City has never played a playoff game on the road.
Kansas City lost because the referees took away. You can get that. You can get that up. All I'm saying is this: every team has to prepare. We lost to 2-10 teams.
2-10 teams.
Terrible. At home. But then look what else happened to other teams. The Colts got beat. At home.
Okay.
Houston lost.
Who did they play? Well, they lost a quarterback too, so that has something to do with it.
We lost our quarterback too. Everybody's losing their quarterback. Jacksonville got beat. All I'm saying is you never know what's going to happen these days. Saquon Barkley.
I know that. I tell you what, if the New York Jets make the playoffs at 8, they're going to be 9. They got to be 9-8.
That means they win 3 of the last 4.
That makes them 8-8.
No, that makes them
9-8.
That makes them 8-9.
Yeah,
they only got 8 losses right now, right?
But don't they have 5 wins?
They got 5 wins. That makes them 9-8.
They got 5 wins.
Yeah, that makes them 9-8.
They have to be 9-8. Yeah,
they have to be 9-8. Yeah, you're right.
That means Buffalo got to dismantle themselves. That
Buffalo
means
still got to play against whatchamacallit next week. They still got to play. They still got to play Dallas next week.
But what I'm saying to you, that means the Browns got to lose a lot of games. That means Pittsburgh got to lose a lot of games.
They play the Browns.
Yeah, who does?
The Jets.
Yeah, they play them in Cleveland. They're not beating them in Cleveland.
Okay.
We got the best home field event. We got the best home field record right now. We lost 1 game
because the elf.
You can call it what you want to call it.
Who did y'all lose to? Baltimore?
At home, yeah, it was Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got blown out that game.
Who did we have as a quarterback? A rookie that found that he was playing less than 24 hours before he played.
Hey, that ain't his fault though.
Yeah, but then when he knew he's playing, he came back and we won, right?
Y'all shouldn't have beat us.
That's
just terrible.
That's just terrible.
So the Jets are not. The Jets are not going to make. So do you want to put this on the board? The Jets going to make the playoffs?
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it.
Okay, he's not putting.
It's probably already on the board. I said they're going to be 12-5. That needs to be taken down.
Yeah, that's got to come down. So let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Matthew.
Yeah.
What happened there? What do you think happened with the Kansas City Chiefs?
What happened there, if we're being honest, we can go straight to that. 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 10, and with Tony, with people can say the rest all they want, but when you look at that play, and a lot of wide receivers should know this, and Tony didn't know this, you should know where you're at on that line. Unless you're close to the defensive player, or you're in the same position as the defensive player, and on that live play, he's looking to the ref that's north of him. Well, he should be looking to the ref that's south of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're looking north, he's not going to tell you anything. If you're looking south, yeah, he's going to tell you, hey, you got to back up a little bit. But he didn't. So when the Saints got all excited, I'm like, here comes the flag. And the way that Mahomes acted, if the Chiefs watch that play over and over again, he needs to be looking south, not north, to the referee.
Lou, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that, you know, if they were going to, the Chiefs were, you know, right there on the touch when the game was there, call back the touchdown with, you know, confidence and with Mahomes being pretty good. I think that you can see it out of that. You know, just because you're calling before that, and we'll get away with it. So I think this is kind of what you're arguing. We should have lost that game.
Oh.
I think that goal. I think the Chiefs, would have been legit.
Mo, thoughts?
Yeah, man, you just got to line up correctly.
You
You can't be mad at the ref for you being offside.
offsides.
Unless you check with him. If you check with him, and if you notice, a couple of people said he checked with him at the start. Then they took it down.
Then they took it down.
I ain't heard him say I checked.
I checked with the ref.
So, okay. So, Andy Reid came out and said that the wide receiver didn't check with the refs. Number one. Number two, look how close he is to the offensive line, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else played wide receiver. I did in high school. And whenever I lined up, I always looked at the ref and I did like this. I put my thumb up, ref put his thumb up, and if he put his thumb down, then I knew I was offside. So I would step back. I really didn't have to worry about that problem because I played Z-back, which is always off the line of scrimmage. But I tried to explain it to my wife last night. I was like, look, I said, what he did, I said, his foot's offsides. I said, what he should have did was looked at the referee to the left of him and asked him where I am, put the thumb up or put thumb down. I said, now where Andy Reid went wrong was he should have been right next to the referee and saw these offside and called a timeout. He didn't do that. I said, that's where the problem lies. Patrick Mahomes, that was the worst performance on the sideline I've ever saw in my life. You're going to sit and say that call has never been called before? Stop it. His whole foot was over the line. Now, check this out, guys. So now they're questioning if the play, him being offside, doesn't deal with the play itself, should it be called? So let's go back and let's talk about holding. When you're holding on the far left side of the football field, left side of the football field, and a guy runs to the right side of the football field and scores a touchdown, what they do, they call a flag. But he has nothing to do with the play as far as tackling the guy or being in an area where the guy runs. So if you want to do that, that's fine. Let's add tackling it. Let's add holding it to that. If there's a penalty away from the ball, it shouldn't matter. Kansas City Chiefs saying, that's what they're saying. That's what they're talking about now. That's what all the analysts are talking about. Well, if the play doesn't really, if the play where the penalty is not nowhere near the play, then it shouldn't matter. No, that's why you have rules and regulations in the game. It is what it is. It sucks to be the team they get the penalty. It's a great play, but now They brought all that up, but Tony was offsides, and who gets the lateral? Tony gets it. So the play is dead. He scored a touchdown. The flag comes out because he was offside. He had an advantage. But again, if he's not where he's at, and he's closer to the referee to the left side of the football field, he probably's not offsides. Because the referee's like, yo, number 10, you're offsides. Number 10, get back, 10. You know what I'm saying? But again, Andy Reid ain't where he's not right there next to the referees. And guys, when y'all watch football again, I'm gonna tell you who's good for that. Sean McVay is always good when his team kind of gets in the red zone. He's right next to that referee to call a timeout. He's right there. There's a couple other coaches are the same way, but they're right there to watch the play goes on. Andy Reid wasn't there. Don't get mad at the referee for doing his job. Because for once, he did his job right. He did his job correctly. The problem is, go ahead, Mo.
I just want to say this. How are we going to just let a wide receiver just be offsides and not hold the man accountable? I'm not even saying that the referee needs to make the call. I'm just saying that. This dude has dropped so many passes, and now he can't even line up correctly. And people want to talk about Tomlin does this all the time. Like our team does this. This is a lack of discipline on every NFL player. You're seeing so many offsides. You're seeing all these different things because they're finally calling it. And they said this has been something they're stressing all year. We got one on a what you call it? What was it? I don't think it was against y'all, but it was against one team.
It was against what was the last team y'all lost to?
Was it Arizona?
It was the last team y'all lost to.
It wasn't last week. I was looking at it.
I can't remember.
It wasn't New England. It was Arizona.
It was the Patriots.
No, it wasn't against the Patriots.
It was Arizona. The other team that's 3-10.
So we got it on a what you call it, on a field goal. That's some bull. On a field goal.
But again, that's the rules. You know what I'm saying? So don't get mad about the rules and don't sit there and say it's never been called.
He wasn't offside
though. But it just ain't been called against y'all enough.
But it wasn't offside. Tony was offside. Our offensive guard was not offside. They got the call wrong.
I don't know about that one. Did they come back and say it was wrong?
Yes.
The NFL come back and say that was wrong?
Even the referee that's on the sideline said, yeah, he ain't offside. I have no idea what I was called. And then we missed the second field goal.
Oh, wow. Would that culture? Would y'all got?
It's at first half. It's first half. It
was
right before the half ended.
Because y'all got blown on both games, didn't you? Both them
21-18 a blowout.
When you lose to a team that's 2-10, it's a blowout.
Dude.
You want
me to go through your 5 losses?
You can go through them. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I were to go through my 5 losses, the game that they really lost, in my personal opinion, is Denver. Denver punched them in the mouth.
Y'all lost to us.
Every other game, y'all lost to us. Yeah, but you know what happened? Deshaun Watson got hurt. He turned the ball over 3 times. That's why we lost the game. We lost to Seattle because PJ Walker threw the ball off somebody's helmet. They got it, kicked the field goal. Okay, that's 3 losses. That's 3 losses right there. What's the other 2 losses? Give me the team, and I can tell you why we lost. Baltimore, we lost because we lost to Baltimore because we had a quarterback that found out that he's going to start 24 hours before the game. A rookie quarterback. We lost because of that.
And the Seahawks.
That's 4 losses.
Pittsburgh.
And I just told you why. PJ Walker threw the ball off the dude's helmet.
And
they get an interception. They go down and kick a field, and they go kick a field goal.
The Rams and the Broncos.
Flacco threw the interception. That turned the whole game around. But the only game that the game that really got punched was Denver. Denver punches in the mouth. I ain't gonna lie. That's the game that's the game that really I saw them like, oh, we just not gonna win this.
I forget that one game. That one game that gave you against San Francisco.
Huh? He
gave
missed
y'all
the field goal.
They gave y'all that game.
There
was 3 missed calls on that. Don't even try that. Don't even try.
You talking about on our side?
Yeah. When they had the ball, they didn't call the defensive fouls.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this one thing. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight, Debo. Because he talked all that trash and ended up getting hurt. Somebody popped him and he was nowhere to be found the rest of the game. See, that's what happens. Come to dog pound, you talk trash, trash gonna be spilled on you. But anyway,
should have made the field goal.
Again, what Kansas City is, they have, and this is why I can't understand why Miami is struggling and say struggling against Tennessee. This is why Jacksonville struggled yesterday. Only one that came through was the Baltimore Ravens. And again, on the Baltimore Ravens game they won yesterday, there were 3 blocks in the back. They never called for a touchdown.
You're right. I saw it.
You're right. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna lose y'all last 3 games.
Who the Browns?
Yes.
No, they're not.
Okay.
How?
At the Texans.
They don't have C.J. Stroud.
It's a concussion. He'll be back next week.
No, they said that they might not be back.
Okay. Then you got to play versus the Jets. If they got Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers is not going to play. He's not playing.
Okay.
He's not going to play.
And you never beat the Bengals at the end of the season.
You know what the Bengals record against us are? You know what the record is?
What's that?
They're 4-2, I think.
That was
during the time period.
That was Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah, with Joe Burrows and whoever else they got. And the Browning kid got hurt, so now they got another backup in there. Okay.
The Browning, Jake Browning is based off the depth chart right now. He's clear off of injury.
Okay. he's balling too.
I'd be worried about him though because he is playing outstanding.
He definitely is. He's been there long enough. He should be able to play outstanding football
if
with that team.
That's the game you got to win for the playoffs.
He's your boy though, right?
That's going to be hilarious.
Yep.
Man, we're going to be so hyped. We right down the street.
He was undrafted.
We right down the street. We're right down the street.
We're going to have to go to Baltimore.
I would love that. I love for that to be a game in the snow. That would be an ultimate game. And if we go to Baltimore, I ain't worried about Baltimore because we beat them in Baltimore.
We got to go to Baltimore. Last week,
if we can get 8, if we can be 8-5 with 4 different quarterbacks, then we're good. Ooh. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this one up.
Flacco is back on the practice squad.
Patrina Jones.
I ain't even gonna speak on it. Yes, she is.
What a shame. I feel for her.
You see what she said? Because the thing about it is, you're forgetting about how good our defense is.
I'm not forgetting about how good your defense. How good your defense.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are because our defense.
I got the Cleveland defense as my fantasy defense. I know how good they are.
But you're saying they can't win the next 4 games, and I'm saying they can with the defense they got right now. Now I'm gonna tell you this right now.
You just lost your right tackle, right?
I'm who?
Dwight Jones is out for the season.
Yeah, but the backup they got, he did pretty good yesterday. He did pretty good. He did. But I'm gonna tell you. All right, Lou, thanks for calling in. But the problem I have with the Browns right now is Ward. This dude can't stay healthy to save his soul, and they give him all this money. I'm telling you right now, they got to do something about him. They got draft picks, they got money. They need to go out there and get them another defensive back because Ward is nice, but man, he just can't stay healthy. This dude cannot stay. He's been I'm telling you, man, if he goes on another concussion protocol, they need to sit back and check him out because he's had a lot of concussions. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about with the Kansas City Chiefs, I want to see Kansas City play on the road. I want to see Patrick Mahomes play outside of Arrowhead Stadium. Let's see how this thing rocks. Right now, I would say the Baltimore Ravens probably had the inside. They have the inside track of being the number one seed. But we know what happened last time they got the number one seed. So hopefully they learn from their mistake and don't do it again. Okay. So if we go back and we just look at
hopefully they didn't.
Hopefully they didn't.
Because if we're the 7th seed, if we beat the 4th seed, and then go beat the 1 seed, you know I ain't gonna ever be quiet
about Baltimore.
What did you say, Matthew?
KC only has 2 more away games. So they got away at New England this weekend. And then they got the final game of the season at the Chargers.
Chargers ain't got nothing to lose. Shit, their coach is already fired. I'm just.
And then they host the Raiders.
And it's after 10 o'clock. We still a family show, bro.
I know, man. I know. But the thing about it is, how is he still coaching, man? I'm telling you, I ain't prejudicing nothing, but if he was black, he'd have been gone by now. I don't care what nobody say. If he was black, he'd be gone. Why is he still there? They lost to the Patriots, what, 7-0? And he's what is he, the defensive coordinator, right? He's a defensive coordinator.
Patriots 6-0.
Oh, they won? I thought the
Patriots have a connection with the ownership.
I thought the Patriots won. I got all excited. Lord have mercy. What we looking at Baltimore? Looking at Baltimore. Let's look at Baltimore real quick. Let's look at Baltimore. Okay. Baltimore's 10-3. Miami's 9-3. Tie score in the 3rd quarter. I wonder what my fantasy team look like right now. So Baltimore has at Jacksonville, at the 49ers, at the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins come up there. Yo, their schedule tougher than ours. That's why I said before that we have a possibility of winning that division because of that. They got to go to Jacksonville. They got to go to 49ers. They play the Dolphins, play Pittsburgh. We know they're going to beat Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is going to be eliminated by then. So it ain't going to really matter. It ain't going to really matter. I'm just saying. So
if y'all lose to the Bears this week, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
What you say, Matthew?
Kill you.
Not only they play at San Francisco, but that game's on Christmas Eve.
Oh, ain't that a shame? Ooh. That Rams game was big for them, man. If they'd lost, they'd be really in trouble. 3 blocks in back, and they didn't call not one. Not near one. What a shame. What a shame. All right, real quick, guys. Dallas Eagles. Somebody asked me who I thought was going to. I said, from watching them play the game in Philadelphia, I think Dallas blows them out. I don't think the game's going to be close. Now, I believe that there's something wrong with Jalen Hurts. I don't think he's 100%. He's not telling nobody. Which if he's not telling anybody, then there's nothing to report. But once he reports it, then the league has to know about it. Okay, and that was the issue with Joe Burrows. So, like that one time he ran and slid instead of throwing the ball away, I was like, what is he doing? So maybe there's an issue with that knee that we don't know anything about. But Dallas basically punched him in the mouth yesterday. Dallas has beat 2 teams with winning records right now, which is scary good for Dallas. I don't think Dallas. I think it's 49ers and it's Dallas in the AFC. I mean NFC. I think it separates from there. But Mo, how impressive was you with the Dallas Cowboys win yesterday?
They look good. And I just got to say, I've been meaning to say this all day. Happy birthday to my 2 sisters. Today, happy birthday to my sister from yesterday. My mom's a Cowboys fan, so I give her credit. She happy right now. So they looked really good yesterday.
They looked really good yesterday.
After getting beat down by Philly the first time and also getting beat down by San Francisco. They look like they actually rounded in the floor. And the defense actually looked better than the offense.
So let me ask you a question. Can they take that same team on the road and win?
I'm like Stephen A. I hate the Cowboys. I want them to get the number one seed and then lose in Dallas in the first week. I'm sorry. Even though Dak is my fantasy quarterback, that's the playoffs. I don't care about fantasy after that. I want them to be dead. Dead men on route. Can't stand it.
And this is the sad part about it, though. If the Eagles win out, they win the division because they got the tiebreaker. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part right there, right?
They got a much easier schedule.
Yeah, and now, yeah, Eagles is missing something, and I think this is probably where the offensive and defensive coordinators they have now is coming into play because they're new. I think that might be, that may have a little something to do with why they're struggling a little bit on offense, why they're struggling on defense. But I was giving them credit before that whole scenario. So, but it was a good game. But I picked Dallas to win the game. I picked that was to crush them for real. Because Dallas had a point to prove. Dallas should have beat them in Philadelphia, but they didn't. But now the question mark comes up again. If Tampa Bay wins the division, they're probably gonna win it at 9-8, or it could be 8-9. Same thing with Minnesota. No, they in the same conference, right? Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Yeah, no, wait a minute. Yeah. I'm confused right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Give me a chance. Let me look back at this thing real quick.
Who are you asking about?
So in the NFC, Detroit and Detroit, Tampa Bay is in the South. You got three teams at 6 and 7. There's a good possibility that they may be 9.
Win the division in 8-9.
I mean, not 9 and 10, Lou. That's 19 games. 7 and 10.
8-9.
8-9.
Yeah, they're 6 and 7. Somebody win too because they still play each other.
Now they did change the playoff format that they don't get a home game because of the record.
They changed that.
I thought they changed that.
I don't think they changed that. I think the division winners still get to.
No, I thought they changed. They still division winners because last year somebody was like who was it? Take a look at that. I thought they changed it though. I could have swore they changed that.
They still get the home field. I won the division.
I thought Giants just got a touchdown.
What's the score?
Giants are up 21-13. Tommy DeVito is 12 for 15, 99 yards and a passing touchdown.
12 for 15. That means he got 3.
And 71 rushing yards.
Yo, hey, Matthew, you did talk about him for a little bit. You said he's gonna be a baller. Yo, I need that. As a Rams fan, I need that.
If the Giants win tonight, I expect because there is that scenario the Giants maybe that 7th seed.
I need that.
If they can figure out the chemistry of DeVito.
I need the Giants. I need the Giants to win that game because that puts the Packers right there where we're at. So the Rams,
you and your two NFL teams.
So look at the Rams. They got the Commanders. That should be a win. They got the Saints. That should be a win. At the Giants, cold weather. That might be a thing to rub. That may be a thing to deal with. And then they got the 49ers at home. They got 49ers and 49ers. So we're 6 and 7. So 7 and 7, 8 and 7, 9 and 7. 9-7. No, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. We're 6-7, 7-7, 8-7, 9-7, 9-8. I don't think they can get them in. I don't think 9-8 gets them in the playoffs. I don't see that in the NFC. But it's a possibility. But we were talking about what were we talking about? Oh, we talking about the Cowboys and Eagles, and we brought something else up. Doggone, my train of thought left again. Shucks, it was something else I want to talk about.
You getting old, bro.
I know.
The Cowboys and Eagles with the playoffs.
Yeah, but it was something else that I had up here that I wanted to do. I did want to talk about college football. That's what it was. So Penn State fan said to me, he said, "Man, don't leave. Don't leave." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Cause." He said, Tennessee just scored 17-10, 16-10. He said, "Don't leave. Don't leave." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Man, because if we don't lose 2 games next year, we in the playoffs." I said, "Huh?" I said, so we're like the Pittsburgh Steelers fans. We okay with being mediocre. That's the same thing saying to me, Tomlin never had to lose a season. I said, "You okay with that?" I said, I can't handle that. I can't handle it. Yeah, I'm Musa right now.
When's the last time y'all had a winning season?
Who? Penn State?
The Browns.
The year we beat you in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's 3 years ago. So don't be calling us mediocre when you can't even get beat. You can't even get the mediocre.
All that I know is when we played in the playoffs, we beat y'all. That's all I know. Last time we've been in the playoffs, we beat y'all. And we was that close to beating Kansas City if they would never use a timeout like they're supposed to.
But you didn't.
We could have went to Super Bowl. That's all right. But we closer than y'all. Oh, they said an incomplete pass, so it's not 13-10. 13-10. So you always get me off my A game when I'm talking about something.
You're talking about Penn State.
Yeah. I just can't do it, man. I'm gonna watch the bowl game, and at the bowl game, I'm done. I'm going to Florida State, ladies and gentlemen. If I tell you what, I tell you what, I'm open. I'm open to whoever and whatever. And I'm gonna put a post out there. I'm gonna let the fans tell me who I should root for, and then I'm gonna go do my history on them. You know how I do my history, and tell you why I picked this team over this team and that team, whatever. But I can't do Penn State no more. I can't deal with losing to Michigan and Ohio State, and then being in the playoffs, and then you got to see them again in the playoffs. No, I'm not. You're not gonna break my heart no more. I'm not gonna allow you to do it. I'm not gonna allow you to do it. I'm just not gonna allow you to do it. Real quick, man. The Olympics is coming up this summer in Paris.
Vive la France.
Vive la France.
I don't know if I said this, but here's a fun fact. They said that they give everybody the men at least 20 to 30 condoms when they go to the Olympics. I'm like, wow. That's crazy. That's insane. But I'm looking forward to the Summer Olympics. It's going to be really nice over in Paris. I'm just worried about what's going over in over there in that Middle East area. Patrina said, "Dang." I'm just worried about what's going over in the Middle East area. I don't hope that flow over to Paris. If I have a child in the Olympics, I'm concerned. I'm gonna be really concerned about them. I'm hoping that they have the best safety or security over there as possible, so that my child can come home, go over there, participate, and come home and be safe. And we're looking forward to that. They added some more games to it. 3-on-3 basketball. Go ahead, Matthew.
It should be safe with security, but I would be surprised, like, with competition, depending on which country face you, if you do seem like if you see like that face to face, like
Yeah.
like
I know like Israel is. I don't even know if they probably got somebody going to Olympics and something. You know, they probably got somebody doing something in the Olympics. But again, like the one year they boycotted Russia from going in. I wonder if they're gonna boycott Russia from going in again this year, because of what they're doing. I haven't heard.
they might have.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I haven't heard anything, and I gotta probably check that out to see. Also, real quick, Matthew, the bowl games that you posted, are they still open for picks? Because I tried to make my picks and it's kept telling me it was closed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I try to figure out a way to make it longer, but Facebook won't allow it.
Oh, they tripping.
They only did up to 2 days.
They're tripping. Facebook is really tripping.
Yeah, they really are. Because like last week after we got done with the show, I'm like, I'm copying, like I'm going through typing all it, and then I look at it, I'm like,
yeah, because I went to go put my checks in it, and it wouldn't. It kept saying it's closed. I was like, okay, whatever the case may be. We got like 4 minutes left. Matthew, what are you looking forward to in 2024? With basketball and baseball. You got the USFL, you got the XFL. What's the biggest thing you're looking forward towards in 2024, sports wise?
The biggest thing I'm looking at in 2024, currently, I'm honestly excited with what baseball brings in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going. It's not major league actually. It does relate to major league, but it's a team that Barry Bonds used to play for before he went to the majors.
Who did he play for?
He played for the Alaska Gold Panthers.
Is that the minor league team?
That is so back when he was playing, it was somewhat of a minor league.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays it's a college league for college players to develop during the summertime.
Oh, okay.
Like let's say I want the best player or a mid-league player for Penn State or Florida State's baseball team,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say I need some development.
Okay.
You can go up. You gotta apply first, and then you'll go up there, and you'll play with all these other players across the country.
Okay.
And you're playing against all these other summer league teams, all your home games in Alaska.
Okay.
And here's a fun fact. The Alaska Gold Panthers have produced over 1,500 MLB players in their organization history.
Wow. That's some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff. Hey Mo.
And
go ahead, Matthew. Go ahead.
And the most interesting thing with it is because I've actually worked with this organization this past summer with social media, and they actually have a baseball game at midnight because of the sun.
Because of the sun, yeah.
So they'll start at 10, and then they'll close at midnight and have all the players celebrate that they're playing at midnight in the sun. And you'd be surprised. There's people that travel all around the world for that event.
Okay. Hey, Mo, NBA scores. Listen to this. One, Toronto Raptors and let me see. I'm looking forward for D. Watts and Chubb coming back in 2024. Can we imagine that on top of what we got now? Woo-wee! That's all. Sleep well, everyone. I like that, Miss Jones. I like that.
Sleep, Katrina.
Go to sleep, Katrina.
Go to sleep. Sleep well because it's a great dream. But next season will be a nightmare.
Next season will be a nightmare.
See, listen to this. 130 to 136, 125 to 129. 116 to 114, 131 to 123, 146 to 101, 129, 122, 120, 113. Man, is anybody playing defense in the NBA anymore? Does anybody play defense? Thunder, 134, Jazz, 120. Man,
Houston play defense.
93 to 82. That's Houston.
That's Houston.
Nah, that's more like they just.
That's why we needed Ami.
That means they can't make shots.
Because Joe ain't playing defense.
So, Mo, you got anything real quick?
Oh yeah, you asked about 2024. I want to see one or two of my teams win a championship. I'm not including the Steelers. I think the Celtics have a great chance. And I think the Yankees have a great chance next year.
Okay, I'm gonna try to look and see what the odds are for the Major League Baseball, because they even said the Dodgers, even with Shohei coming there, they're not in the number ones. They're not the number one. They're not power. They're not ranking as number one
because he's not pitching.
And and you gotta put Texas Rangers, because they're not losing anything. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put them as number one. That team is.
That had a good run.
They ain't
happening again.
I don't know, man.
They had a good run.
Them guys got a lot. Ain't nobody leaving though. For real, nobody leaving.
Yeah, they got a pitcher coming back.
Yeah, that's what
he was out.
He was out.
That's why I think they're gonna look strong.
The ground, right?
Ooh, Tua took a hit. Ooh, he got up. He
learned how to fall this year.
He ain't learned how to fall on that hit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm looking for in 2024 is to broaden our network as far as the podcast, what we're doing. Hopefully we can bring some females on, some young people on to the podcast. That's probably one of my biggest things I want to see sports wise. But I would love to see the Dodgers win the World Series. I don't know if Kershaw's going to come back or not, but I would like for him to get another World Series ring if he possibly could. Not that he's not going to Cooperstown anyway. I think he's still going. But I want to see the Celtics. I want to see the Celtics become the team I know they become. They had 5 losses? Is it 5 losses or 6? 5. They have 5 losses. They're 16-5 right now. They're 10-0 at home. So I'm not really concerned about them winning. Looking at Larry Bird and record as only losing 2 games at home. When it gets closer to the end of the season, then we can talk about that. But what I'm looking for is, though, that defensively they can play better basketball defensively. We have too many laps during the game where we don't play defense. And they get to kick the field goal. This is the beginning of the fourth quarter too. They take too many defensive stops off. And I think a lot of it has to do if Porzingis is in the game or not. I think he brings a lot to the table defensively. They're probably going to make a trade, or they're going to probably bring. I wouldn't be surprised if Blake Griffin comes back after All-Star break. But Boston got something up their sleeve. Philly, same thing with Philly. I think Philly's going to make a move as well. Philadelphia needs another scorer. And I think we just might see the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers in the Eastern Conference Finals again, like the olden days. So we'll see how that works out itself. But again, I would love to see Boston win number 18. That put the icing on the cake for me. That shut the Lakers up. They can talk about the NBA Cup all they want to, because it's a cup. It's not a series. It's just a cup. It ain't the Larry O'Brien trophy where you can't sip it. You got to gulp it. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank everybody for tuning in for us at the late night show. We probably won't be doing these late night shows again. I have to look at my schedule when I have basketball games, stuff like that. And Mo, how it happened, right? The assistant, one of the JV coach, she quit. And so I was at the game and I said to the head coach, I was like, yo, you coaching the JV and the what? He said, yeah. And so I had just brought my niece on to help me with the 7th, 8th graders, right? And so I called up. I said, hey, you think you can take on coaching full time? She said, sure. I said, okay, guys, I'm gonna move to the JVs. And so that's how it kind of happened. So I just gotta sit down and redirect my world around basketball for a little time. But again, I love coaching.
So are we saying that you'd like to be a coach for college too?
Who, me?
Like you're going to teach? Well, yeah, big. There is that chance.
No, I'm too old. I'm too old.
If you're going to take these females to state,
I'm too old for college coaching for females. You know what I'm saying? It's too much drama for me. I got enough drama.
Hey, Patrick Ewing can head coach. You can head coach too.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't mind being assistant, but I don't know about being a head coach, man. But it's all good though. It's all good. So again, I thank everybody for tuning in for our late night show. I really appreciate you guys coming on with me. Danny would have came on, but we was late. Next week he won't be on because his business his boss is taking him on a cruise. Must be nice to be able to go on a cruise and somebody else paid for it. Man, yo, I'm in the wrong profession, guys. I'm in the wrong profession. So you guys have a good night. Good luck to your teams during the week other than the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope they lose every game from this point on. And I don't want Tom to get fired because I want this losing streak to go on to next season.
That's why you get choked up. That's why you getting choked up.
You guys have a good night. Y'all be safe out there and enjoy your holidays. We'll see you before the holidays anyway, but have a good holiday as well.
Thank you for listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show. You have been entertained in the sports world by K. Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with a large heart, Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. Remember, we throw stones and we do live in glass houses. Big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. Stay ready to be ready. You have been listening to an In the Zone Sports Talk Radio production. Remember, you can hear us again on Star107FM.com on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to download the Try 99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support.